Hello, my name is Arlene Golds, and I am the IB English HL2, which means higher level year 2 teacher, as well as uh, the teacher of 2 periods of honors uh, introduction to literature, which is freshman, and 1 period of journalism, which produces our school newspaper, the North Star. In terms of who I am in my experience, I have been at North since the 2004-2005 school year. I have taught IB for 8 years, and in the time I've been at North, I have taught the honors freshman for 14 years, even though I've recently been off for 3 years because I was rebuilding the IB year for juniors. And I've been the journalism teacher for 5 years. This is my 5th year. In terms of my general requirements, for IB, the class is built around journals which they write. They have certain questions that they have to write, and then we discuss in class. And then when we are done with whatever novel or book we are on, they turn in those journals for a grade. The other things that are a large part of their grade are creative assignments, which I give so we can break up all the deep intellectual discussions and thought. IB does challenge students at a college level. And then they also will have a test for each thing we read. The bulk of their grade is the journals. In addition to the journals, creative assignments, and tests, there will be throughout the year a few presentations that they do. If they are testing an IB, they will also be required to do an IB oral, which is one-on-one with me, and depending if we're in school, could be recorded. Well, will be recorded, but maybe distance one way or the other. And they will also be doing an essay for IB, and IB usually has 2 tests at the end of the year, paper 1 and paper 2, but due to the pandemic, they have canceled paper 2, and students will only be doing paper 1. If they are not testing an IB, they are still required to finish all the course requirements. That's all the general work, not the oral, not the essay, not the test. For my freshmen, I like to give them a variety of different assignments. If their assignments look artsy, which some of them are, I assure you that I grade based on the ideas that are being presented in their assignment and not on their artistic ability. This is not an art class, but there are students who need that artistic expression to get out their ideas, and I do again like to have a variety of choices so that students can tap into their strengths. The biggest emphasis for this year, and I am building them slowly toward this, is teaching them how to write in a way that will frankly prepare them for IB if they are pre-IB, because the stress is to really start providing detailed, specific support for their ideas when they write at a much deeper level than they are accustomed to. And this is the foundational building block for all honors classes, and really for IB, if they're going to do IB junior and senior year, this is the skill that really gets them prepared the most. I do have a policy for my freshmen that if they do all the work, they can not miss more than 3 assignments or have more than 3 assignments really late. I've been very lenient while we're online with the late policy. But if they have no more than 3 late or missing or incomplete, then it doesn't really matter what grade they've earned in the class in terms of if they're doing poorly. So if they are struggling, if they've failed tests, if they've gotten very bad writing grades, and writing is 40% of their grade, but they continue to try, they cannot earn lower than a C- in my class. So as long as they stay on task, that's the worst case scenario. Obviously, if they have a B or an A, they're earning the B and the A, and they're getting the B and the A. This is really sort of a safety net, because I have found that when students do struggle, if they keep doing the work and keep trying and don't give up, like they tend to do if they're doing poorly, that by the time the year is over, they don't need that safety net anymore. They have kept trying. They've learned what I'm asking them to learn. They've mastered the skills they need to master, and they're going to be fine. Finally, I have the journalism class. Journalism is largely student run. I am technically the advisor, not the teacher. We have a editor-in-chief, a lead editor-in-chief, who is Kaylee Chun, and then we have other editors-in-chief, Daniela Ibarra and Nicole Zhang, and they sort of overlook the newspaper, and then each section of the newspaper has an editor who is in charge and staffers who are assigned to them. The students choose their own articles, what they want to write. I can veto anything that's inappropriate, but they do have the freedom to choose what they want to write about and to cover the stories that they want to cover. They are protected by the same laws that protect actual journalists. There's only 3 things we cannot do. We cannot print anything libelous or slanderous, so we can't lie. We cannot print anything pornographic, which certainly I would not expect these students to even attempt. And thirdly, we cannot print anything that would incite civil unrest. So within those guidelines, our journalism students have a lot of freedom. If you would like to check out what they're doing, they are experimenting with online this year, which is new to us. The first one we ever did was at the end of last year after the school closed. And you can check that out. I think it's at the https:// TNSO, which is the NorthStarOnline.net. And that's pretty much what I teach in a nutshell. I hope to be back in a classroom with your children as soon as it is safe and healthy for all of us. And I encourage you to contact me if you have any questions or concerns. Thank you very much.